Live from the CBW Radio UK studios in Chelmsford, this is Off the Record with Big C and his trusty companions, Jazzy Geoff and Stinky Pete.
Yeah, and it's party time today. We should have party poppers and hats and, yes, all that stuff that people can't see what we're doing if you're listening on Spotify. But if you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on Facebook, which we are now streaming live, and I'm going to be copying it onto Twitter shortly as well. It's our 200th episode.
Way!
200th. Our season finale, season 7. This is. So that's not to worry, though. We'll be back season 8 next week, I assume. So no major cliffhangers at the end of this one, I'm assuming.
You never know.
No, you never know.
We're not going to get one of those. But he's your father.
Dum 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 dum.
That's the one, the dubs. That's the end of EastEnders. Anybody that doesn't know what the hell we're talking about. If you ever understood what the hell we're talking about. But we do try our best, don't we? I can't believe it's been 200 episodes. That's.
Well, it's been 200 for you.
Yes, 200 for me, but you must have done 150 or so.
No, 100 more than that, about 175, I should think.
Yeah, so Jeff's the baby in more ways.
But I am the baby anyway.
Exactly, you're the baby.
But you're an older baby now than you were last week.
I should be a pensioner baby by now, but I'm not. I am most dischuffed.
Well, most people don't get a pension until they're a bit older than anyway nowadays. That's fair. Oh, what's that noise?
That was you going a bit wookie.
You're going a bit wobbly. What's happening here? Can you hear us, Pete? Pete's frozen.
So Pete's frozen. I'm wookie.
Yeah, I can hear you now, but Pete's definitely frozen.
Yeah, you just went wookie.
And now I can hear you, but you're frozen on screen.
Oh no, everything's.
This is
I
weird.
can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, it's definitely Pete that's gone
I'm
wookie.
good.
Everything's right. What can you see anything happening there, Shaggy?
I haven't frozen.
Yeah, no, I mean everything looks normal on this end. I think you may need to pop
what
out.
I'm talking about. It's Pete's wobbly voice. It's like something out of Star Wars, isn't it? Now I've just got his smooth, suave picture on the screen.
I was to say that's a disturbingly scary.
Smooth and suave as you get. It just said that the internet connection. Yeah, it just said the internet connection was unstable. I was moving around fine. You lot were talking nonsense, and I've got a full signal. So heaven knows what that was about. Anyway, as you were.
Well, we're back, and I think I can see both of you. Yeah, and Jeff's in colour.
Well,
he's not got a squeaky chair. He's not got a squeaky chair. And his glutes are fine.
Squeaky chair.
Right. Well, I can't believe we've done 200 episodes. Well, I have anyway. It's been a long time. It was November 21 actually when the first one we've worked out before with Shaggy off air. So we've got a new manager in. What do we think about that at Spurs?
Never heard of him.
No, I hadn't either, to be honest.
I've seen his first interview. He's 6'4", built like a brick outhouse, and he talks a good game. And all we need is 12 points. So he needs to win 4 out of 12 matches, and we're all good.
12 points, really?
Yeah, and this is Pete's maths. Don't forget, we had this conversation last week.
We've got 29. No one has ever got relegated with more than with 41 points. With 41 points. 39, I think someone has once. We need 12 points.
Okay, fair enough. Well, 3 on Sunday would be nice.
But
I'd much rather have 36 points personally.
He has got an absolutely brilliant record for getting people out of trouble. So I'm very comfortable. I'm comfortable with this as an appointment.
An interim manager. He does look like the first manager we've had in a while. That you could probably kick the crap out of anybody else if they missed him in a dark alley.
Well, he will. I'm just basically what's going to happen. I'm just waiting for the first moment that Lego Head steps outside of his technical area because he's going to get twatted. is literally going to get twatted. I can see Igor. I mean, what a great name. Igor, the Balkan, is just going to smash the crap out of him. It's going to be wonderful. I can't wait.
Oh, I've just seen the Wolves Arsenal score, and it's finished. Wolves equalised in stoppage time, 90+4.
No, sorry, is this a league game?
Yeah, a league game, because they're playing in the League Cup final, aren't they? They're
Right.
going to be ahead in games, and they just dropped 2 more points. The day gets even better. 200 episodes. Arsenal don't win.
And the BBC still aren't going to take us.
No, they're not. Maybe they will. 200.
Is that because I suggested physical violence against Lego Head? I apologise.
Yes, that's probably right.
I'll take it all back.
No, you don't.
No,
right.
I don't.
Anyway, let's not. What's the word? Babylon. I'm sure that's somewhere.
That was a place in the Bible.
It was.
Well, it wasn't in the Bible. It was actually in Iraq, but we were close.
Close enough.
Well, it was in the Bible.
What? Yes, it was. All right. I'm not going to pick hairs here. Pick hairs? No.
Yes.
Pick something or other.
You're not going to pick.
Anyway.
Yeah. What do you pick?
Noses.
Yeah.
No. No. Straws.
Holes.
Straws. That's
holes.
the one.
No, holes. Not going to pick holes.
Holes.
You should never pick it. You've got to be careful which holes you pick.
Yes.
Don't go there.
Otherwise, you might be twatted. Right. Shall we just get on with what we've got to talk about in our 200th episode? Everyone knows now, I think, they should do, who our favourite artists are generally. I don't know whether you two have found this tricky, but that's just sort of almost the easy part, just coming up with a bunch of artists. Yeah, I think I like that artist. I do like that artist. I found this tricky. We're trying to find songs by those artists that we love, that we don't love as much. We don't really like those songs. We like them least.
Songs we don't like
by artists we do.
We love.
Okay, I had a lot of trouble with this because I could name the artists that you like, Colin, without batting an eyelid, and I could name the artists that Pete likes without batting an eyelid.
So you're saying
I could have done with you two telling me which ones I like.
I could probably do that now.
Well, I could do that now as well, and I've chosen a couple of them for you, so you should be fine.
Thanks.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Just listen to us then, Geoff, if that's the way you want to play it.
It's what I've always done, really.
Just sit there and wave, and very, very occasionally say something.
and
Geoff, have you got an opinion on this? Nah, all right, pass on.
He hasn't even got a chair that squeaks this week, so
there's no point me being here, really.
No. Oh, bless. Right, songs we don't like by artists that we love. I think is that the catchy little promo that you
basically said? Yeah.
Okay, all right. But within that, it was tricky in that
it was.
I was trying to find like a lot of artists I won't know absolutely everything by. Simply, I wouldn't know. Maybe a couple of the ones I've chosen today, I've probably got every recorded song that they've done. Let's put it that way. But other artists, I might have like the first 3 or 4, really love them, but then they go over into the 80s or 90s, and they go a bit pony, basically. That's pony and trap, for those who don't know Cockney rhyming slang, a crap. After that, so it's become a little bit. So I'm picking songs from albums that I really love, if you see what I mean. So it was tricky in that respect. So you found it tricky because you can't remember who you liked, Geoff.
Well, it's not just I only own. Is that right? Yes, I only own the entire recording history of one person.
I can guess who that is.
You can.
I can. Yeah. Okay.
And half of them are perfectly acceptable to throw in the bin, really, but I've got them because I've got him. But so to pick other ones, what I've had to do is to go, well, I like that artist and I don't like this song.
Yeah.
So and that's where I've got to. What's been really interesting is that on a number of them, the reason for not liking them I have discovered is the same. So that'll be interesting as we go along.
Okay. And you didn't have any troubles at all, Pete, because you were saying that you
only
didn't
because
waste too much thought on it.
Because he hates everything.
no, okay. So there's just a few bands whose general output I like. I think with any band or any artist, there's some stuff where you just go, yeah, it goes in one ear and out the other. It doesn't offend me. It doesn't make me excited. It's just a song, and I'm happy with that. But for me, there's just some bands who I absolutely love, and for whatever reason, there are one or two or three songs where when they come on, you just go, yeah, you know what? Why did you do this? Or I'll be glad when this is over. Or if it's on vinyl, you can skip it. Or so you just kind of go, this just doesn't engage with me like the others do. And that was as simple as that. And I didn't find it difficult because, and these, I haven't picked, for example, I was thinking about who my favourite artists were. And I thought, right, which is the focus track that I don't like? And the answer is, I like all of them. There isn't one I don't like at all of the stuff that I've got of theirs. So there's no point talking about them. But there are other bands that I'm a really big fan of where I went, yeah, that's a bit crap. So or I don't like this for reason X.
Is that because they've done more songs? These ones that have...
No, not really, because I didn't, I didn't choose any Neil Young songs either, and he's recorded, heaven knows how many, and got about another 900 songs sitting around in a barn, which he hasn't recorded yet. But there wasn't any where I went, no, I absolutely hate that, so I didn't include him either. So no, not really. It was no.
Right then. Well, let's go for it. So we've got artists and songs by those artists that you don't appreciate as much as others. So who wants to start on this one? Let's go. Stinks, you can start today.
Okay. Well, my first two are controversial.
Oh dear.
Is that only two that are controversial?
Yeah, the rest are just bad. The rest are just songs where an artist where you go, yeah, all right, well maybe you don't like those. But the first two, I think most fans of these bands are going to go, what are you smoking? They're brilliant. So anyway, let's go with it. So my first song, which I really do not like very much by a band that I love, is 1970. Child in Time, Deep Purple from Deep Purple in Rock. Now, if you ask most Deep Purple fans in the world, they will say that Child in Time is just about the best thing Deep Purple ever did. And every time I listen to it, I have two problems with it. Problem number one I have with it, and mark this, I'm saying this on the 200th edition of this podcast.
Yes.
It's too long.
Too long? It must be about 45 minutes or so, is it? I mean, how long are we talking?
I know, it's about 8 or 9, isn't it?
Okay. I don't know.
The first part of it is a very, very good Deep Purple song, or it's an okay Deep Purple song. But then it has this bit at the end where Ian Gillan does all of the screaming, and I kind of understand why they do it, because the song is effectively about, living under the threat of nuclear war. So I kind of get why they do it. But Ian Gillan has got the greatest scream in rock. And if you want proof of that, then ask the money changers in the temple, or ask Judas when he gets chucked out the Garden of Gethsemane. It just doesn't sit comfortably with me in this song. And every time I play the Greatest Hits album, which I've kind of got in the car, when it gets the Child in Time, 3 or 4 minutes in, I go, yeah, you can stop now, because I don't need the rest, because I understand why you did it, but it spoils the song. So, Child in Time, Deep Purple.
Is a better screamer in rock than Noddy Holder?
Yes.
Okay.
By a country mile.
I was joking.
For the 200th edition,
Yes.
Can we just make note that I agree with Pete on this occasion?
Tick.
Noted with interest.
You
Right
or me?
then, you go on.
Okay, let's get this one done and out of the way. Okay.
Your artist, is it your big artist?
No, 1984. UK number one.
Oh,
The biggest selling Motown single in this country ever.
Blimey.
It is a piece of undiluted, sentimental pap that should not have been made and should never have been released.
1984.
Big Brother is watching you.
Number one in 1984, the biggest Motown hit.
Biggest selling Motown hit of all time.
Really? Oh, I know. It's I Just Called to Say I Love You.
It is I Just Called to Say I Love You. By the absolutely steamingly brilliant Stevie Wonder, who should have known better and should be absolutely ashamed of himself for producing such a heap of garbage. I have decided this is my opportunity to rant on a regular basis.
Oh.
Good.
It ranks alongside Woman in Red and
Lady
things
in
of
Red.
that nature. Lady in Red, sorry.
Well, funnily enough,
it comes from the Woman in Red.
It comes from the same film
soundtrack, which is why that was in my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it ranks alongside Lady in Red and that sort of thing, where they just should not have been allowed to be produced.
I remember having I think I had an instrumental version of it, and for whatever reason, for some Christmas party, and I was involved in all the music, so I brought in my speakers and the amp and everything. I clipped together bits of the song, so it went on for about 15 minutes almost, I think. You know, the joins were brilliant, actually. I was quite proud of the joins, but you wouldn't have been because it was I Just Called to Say I Love You.
It's shocking.
I don't dislike it as much as you, clearly.
Well, I'd like to say I agree with my brother.
You agree with him.
It's awful. And I was thinking about a few Stevie Wonders and thinking, do I dare say happy birthday? Because I don't really like that either. But I decided not to.
So Stevie Wonder produced some really good songs and some songs that aren't anywhere near as good, like the Whole of Life of Plants, and I think he's at the third side of Songs of the Key of Life. But none of them match this awful piece of whatever.
No, agree.
Dross, good word.
God, yeah, it is a good word.
Wasn't that a couple of brothers and they ended up being in?
Yeah, Luke Dross.
Luke Dross. Yeah.
If we ever got in the charts, that's what we would be called.
We should try this.
Who's the drummer? Craig somebody, wasn't it? Craig Logan or something?
Wasn't he the one who actually realised that they were Dross and walked out?
Yeah, well, he was
possibly
sitting at the back of the stage, as most drummers do. Okay, so I Just Called to Say I Love You from Geoff. Geoff doesn't like that Stevie Wonder song. I get that vibe. Right, come on then, let's get this out of the way. My top band?
The Beatles. Jeremy and his mate.
Correct answer, and you could probably guess the song.
Is it the
Revolution number 9?
It is Revolution number 9. Geoff's there, he's got it. So from the White Album, it's not really a song. It's sort of it's harsh to call it least favourite song because it's not really a song. It's more a sound collage, and it lasts for 8.5 minutes. It's the longest right up Stinky Pete Street, to be fair.
No,
you probably love it.
It's terrible. No, it's awful.
You have heard it. Okay, fair enough. It's sort of very avant-garde, and it's full of sound effects and tape loops of speech and performances, some reversed, like echo, distortion, stereo panning, is that the word? And fading.
Yeah.
And to cap it all, if I want to blame her for anything, Yoko Ono helped him select which tape loops to use. So it's all her fault. Look, McCartney and Lennon actually were both fans of Karl-Heinz Stockhausen. You know much about Stockhausen, do you?
Didn't he have a syndrome?
No.
He probably did. That's the one.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Yeah. The Stockhausen syndrome. That's
Stockhausen is classical music for people who think that they should like classical music when actually what they should like is punk rock, because Stockhausen is just his stuff is awful. I mean,
yeah,
okay. Basically it's a pick what you think might be a tune and then jumble all the notes around until it isn't.
Well, jumble all the right notes until it sounds like Miles Davis.
Well, or as Eric Morecambe would say, all the right notes
in all the wrong order.
Not in the right order.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily in the right order. So they're big fans of this famous Stockhausen. He was on the Sgt. Pepper sleeve, actually. He's one of the many that are on the sleeve of Sgt. Pepper. John Lennon, Yoko Ono spoils most things, doesn't she, when she's hanging around, as she was most of the time that album was being recorded on sitting cross-legged on the floor. But Lennon saying it's not just, and I quote here, talking of Yoko Ono, it's not just the screeching and the howling, but her sort of word pieces and talking and breathing and all this strange stuff. So what appealed to Lennon about Yoko Ono was the fact that she was breathing, by the sound of it.
Whereas for most of us, it might be the fact that she might not be.
McCartney was out of the country for the sessions. When he came back, was less than pleased with the output and determined to get Lennon to not have it included. He was insistent on getting it on the album because it was featured at the end. It was tacked on the end of a Revolution song, Revolution 1, acoustic thing, for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then the last 8 minutes or so were just like this rubbish. Esteemed critic of the Beatles, Mark Lewinson, I've got a book of his right in front of me here actually, said most listeners loathed it outright. Dedicated fans tried to understand it. But, sorry, John, it's a load of bollocks, basically, isn't it? At the end of the day. But it's a bit of a cheat. I could have gone for songs. I know that Stinks was aiming at maybe the sitar thing and of George Harrison's when he was in that phase. And Within You, Without You, not a great fan of that, to be fair. But I blame Lennon for even all of that, because after Rubber Soul at the end of 65 and Day Trip and We Can Work It Out, that era, they then didn't go in the studio until April 66, and the first song they recorded for Revolver was this. It was called The Void, but eventually it's called Tomorrow Never Knows. It's a throwaway title. And Tomorrow Never Knows is, I would have that in there. I mean, many Beatles fans would say it's an absolute classic, but it's like Indian-inspired modal backing of tambura and sitar, and it is a drone. But most Indian music, obviously, with the sitar, obviously, is a bit of a drone. Pretty much one chord throughout the thing. First use of reverse sounds, I believe, in pop recording. Although Rain, the B-side of Paperback Writer, did also use it, backwards guitar. But that came out 2 months before this. That came out 2 months after. Let's get this right. Anyway, it came out before. It was
recorded before, but it came out after.
Yeah, that's the one. That's what I'm trying to say. It's my old age. I don't know what else to say about it, really. I just dislike. I don't like Tomorrow Never Knows, but everyone would say it's Lennon at his best, and was influential in many things. But Revolution 9 has got to be my top or bottom tune.
Excellent.
Not really a tune, but yeah. Pete, go on.
Well, okay. I'm not going to do what I was going to do next then. So park my thing about this one being controversial. Since you've mentioned the Fab Four, I'll do my Fab Four ones as well, because I've done a Fab Four thing. Now, obviously, I grew up with the Beatles. I grew up listening to Help and Hard Day's Night and all that, and I really, really love the Beatles. I don't love them the way that you love them. I play their albums regularly, but not often. So, they get played when I'm in the mood. So for me, there are more Beatles songs that I don't like than the one than you don't like. And clearly because of the different directions we come at this from, we're going to like and dislike different things. So I really like the George Harrison sitar stuff. That really appeals to me. So I love Within You, Without You. It's one of my favourite Beatles songs. But I've got three which I absolutely can't stand. One off Sergeant Pepper, one off the White Album, and one off Abbey Road. So,
okay. I was thinking of one on Revolver, actually, that you might have had.
Right.
I was getting ready for Yellow Submarine.
You've got a yellow. Did you say you've got a revolver?
No. The Revolver album. And Yellow Submarine is on the album, so I thought you might have that.
Now, Jeff said, I've got one of those. And
I thought I had got one of those, but not a Revolver. I've got one off Revolver, which I'll do next.
Okay. Okay, right, okay, fine. So, I can't stand When I'm 64. Never could. Hate the song.
Great song.
Absolutely can't stand it. However, I would listen to it all day, every day for the rest of my life.
Ahead of Maxwell Silverhammer.
If I didn't ever have to listen to Maxwell Silverhammer or Obla Di Obla Da, which I absolutely loathe. So all three of those can go right in room 101 and then down the shitter. They're awful. That's all I have to say on the matter.
And a double flush on those then for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I disagree.
Just awful.
I love Maxwell Silverhammer. It's such a good laugh of a song.
Yeah.
I hate laughs of a song.
That's because you're a miserable bastard.
Which is why I don't like Chaz and Dave.
Right. I love Maxwell Silver. Obla Di Obla Da. I actually prefer Marmalade's version of it, oddly. The Marmalade's version of it, oddly. Awful. But it's a good song. I think it's a good song. What was the other one you hated? That you don't like? Oh, 64.
Yeah.
Fabulous song. However, I do have a Beatles song that I do not like.
Did I mention Yellow Submarine? It's not that, is it?
No. I have a whole side of a White Album that I don't particularly like, which is, but this particular song grates on me every time I hear it.
I know what it is. It's Norwegian Wood.
It's not Norwegian Wood.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say that.
I don't like Norwegian Wood either, particularly. It was a toss-up between the two. I didn't realise we could have more than one. So, this is Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah,
that was my other guess.
So, I cannot stand the screechy violins in it. Like, they just hurt, and there's no point in them. On top of that, lyrically, there's this wild assumption that someone doing what they do quite every day as part of their daily task in church is miserable doing it. And like, you can't say that. That's your opinion on someone else's lifestyle. And screechy violins. Like, you just don't need screechy violins. So I'm dropping Eleanor Rigby in the bin, I'm afraid.
No.
I was distressed reading a bit for this to discover that there was a punch-up, verbally, between McCartney and Lennon as to who wrote it. And I'm thinking, well, please make it Lennon, because I won't feel quite so upset then. And apparently McCartney won the day. And they decided it was his song.
Yeah, definitely his song.
Well, he got that one wrong, I'm afraid. Or maybe Big George got it wrong and put the screechy violins on when it didn't need it.
Yeah, Georgie Porgy was responsible for the orchestral backing to it.
Indeed.
So I've got a version of it with just the orchestra on it, actually, just the violins. I doubt whether you want to hear that one then.
I might give it a skip if that's okay.
I give it a skip. That's unusual, though. I mean, I suppose you have said you're not that keen on Eleanor Rigby in the past, but I'm surprised that you see. I couldn't fathom how anyone could dislike that more than some of the ones I've mentioned, like Revolution 9 and.
Well, no, Revolution 9 is not. It's just awful.
Yeah.
But it's not. To me, it's not one of their songs. It's just a.
Yeah, I agree with you.
An
That's why I
an incidental throwaway. Like they've produced so many good songs, like album songs and singles and whatever. So many.
Yeah.
But when one stands out as not being very good, it glares to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Agree.
Well, I don't, but I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
It's you again now, isn't it, Cole?
Oh, is it me? All right, I'm going to go controversial.
We've done a whole Beatles rotation. Now it's got back to you.
Back to me. All right. This is a band I probably really appreciate half of their output. They only had 6 albums, I believe, and it's The Clash.
Okay.
So you've got the first album, which I love. You've got the second album, which I love, and London Calling, which I love, although it goes on a little bit. Double album by a new wave artist. It's probably one of the first, wasn't it? I don't know.
It probably was.
And then Sandinista was a triple album. A few good songs on Combat Rock. And then they had Cut the Crap, their final album, which unfortunately they didn't. So I can't really go for any of those 3 albums at the end. So I had to look at the albums that I really love and know more about. And what I've decided to do, maybe controversially, is go for their debut single, which was White Riot.
It was.
Steps Back in Amusement.
That's interesting.
It's as usual thing for the Clash, obviously about class struggle and race, and that proved controversial at the time. But people thinking it was advocating a race war, but of course it wasn't. I mean, Strummer and Simonam were involved in the Notting Hill riots, I think, the year before. They were sort of in the midst of it all. But as Joe Strummer said, it's not a racist song at all. It's about inner city black youths who were now fighting back against poverty and heavy-handed policing. And the White Riot was a call to arms, if you like, to white youths to fight back the same way and have, well, a riot of their own. I just find it's a very aggressive song, so I don't necessarily don't like, but it's just a little bit too shouty for me. It's very Sham 69, dare I say it.
I was just going to say, for a man who chose Sham 69's album this morning,
that's very shouty as well. Yeah,
some of those were real fun, weren't they?
I'm not as big a fan of Sham 69 as some of the others. They are like a Cockney skinheads, basically, aren't they?
I loved all that stuff this morning. It's just basically football chanty. It was brilliant.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh,
I didn't mind it either, to be honest. But
overall, I enjoyed what I heard.
And they're White Riot. I want to write White Riot. I write of my own. Yeah, I mean, it's just not. It's a bit sort of shouty and repetitive, and I'm not overly keen. But I do like it, and it's on their debut album, which I love. So, but I had to choose one from them, so I went for White Riot, the first single. Maybe controversially, as I said. So we're back to you, Pete.
Right, okay, this is my other controversial one, or probably for fans of the band. This is a song which was 1971. It got to number 4 in the UK charts, and it was on the chart for 11 weeks. It was released as a single. Obviously, it was a very successful single. Wasn't on an album originally, but was then on the compilation album of theirs, which was brought out in 1973. The band is Free, with the world's greatest singer, and the song, which I don't like, is My Brother Jake.
No,
really? And it's one of those. It's one of those songs where I look at all of the great stuff that Free did, and I don't hate it, but every time I hear it on the Free story or the Free live album or whatever the other compilation album of theirs is that I've got, I just think this is by a significant margin the weakest thing that they've done. And I listen to Mr. Big, and I listen to The Hunter, and I listen to The Stealer, and All Right Now, and Wishing Well, and Heartbreaker, and I just go, it's a chuck away song. And for bands like that, I just don't believe in chuck away songs. So I did say it was controversial because most Free fans will go, "Oh, My Brother Jake, it's great." Okay, that's an opinion, and I respect that opinion. I don't share it, and it would be my least favourite track from one of my favourite bands. There we go.
This is really, really interesting because if I was putting, well, when I put compilations together for myself, if I'm going to pick a Free song, it would either be Wishing Well or My Brother Jake, because they're far more poppy than all the others are, or mostly apart from All Right Now, you know. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, I agree. It is a little bit more commercial. That's probably why I like it, because I'm not. Maybe I'm more of a single rocky pop single than a rock fan in that respect. Is in terms of Free. There's another one of theirs they had around that time. My Brother Jake. A little bit of love, is it?
A little bit of love. Oh, I love a little bit of love. It's great
That's a
song.
good one, isn't it, as well? And My Brother Jake, I like My Brother Jake, but we're never going to agree on all of these ones. I mean, I can't believe Eleanor Rigby for a start, and I can't understand My Brother Jake. But you know, Pete, you know all of the Free stuff.
I mean, Free are one of my very favourite bands, so you know.
But I think a lot of these, I'm going to give you some as we go on. You're going to go, that's ridiculous. But I think some of them are where you heard them, why you heard them, and all those situations just make you go, you know.
I agree.
So,
okay. Jeff,
if we're doing controversial, let's see what happens with this one. I mean, I'm a bit nervous saying this. Okay, 75 weeks in the chart.
Single chart, yeah.
UK chart. It only ever got to number 5, and it was 75 weeks in the chart. Platinum disc, obviously. 1969. I love this guy's voice. I love this guy's timing. But this is a schmaltzy, dreadfully self-indulgent, arrogant set of lyrics that I can't cope with as a set of lyrics.
69, number 5. He's not. Didn't know you're that big a fan though. It's not Dylan, is it?
No.
I was thinking "Lay Lady Lay" for some reason, which obviously
the
grammatically
the song comes from a French poem originally.
Chanson d'amour.
No. Which, if Wiki is to be believed, and I'm not convinced it is, was originally translated for the English lyrics by David Bowie.
Oh, I know. It's My Way.
It is My Way.
Yeah.
So, Paul Anka's song, lyrics by Bowie, Frank Sinatra version, obviously, and I love Frank Sinatra. I think the guy was an absolute genius. And his voice was superb for what he did, and his timing was always immaculate. And My Way, the lyrics are just disgustingly dreadful, and I think that put me off the song. It's so arrogant, it's so ignorant of other people's abilities and opinions and whatever, and I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
You don't like my... See, I like My Way as well. I'm going to find I like a lot of these songs. But that is my want, so I can do that if I want. I'm not sure whether Bowie wrote the lyrics to it, though, did he?
Apparently, if Wiki is to
I
be
think there was
believed,
a
he did
link.
the first. He translated the French poem. Apparently.
Right, okay. And maybe someone decided that no, not having that. Maybe it was Paul Anka.
Maybe.
And that's Cockney rhyming slang for
it certainly is.
Oh, there goes the BBC again.
Banker.
Rhymes with anchor.
I mean, banker. Okay,
So,
my way. Interesting.
There we go.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Right. Oh, there's worse to come.
It's me then. All right, another band along the Clash. I was in that sort of mood for this, so the Jam I'm going to go for. They only had 5 albums. 2, 3, 4, 5 albums. There's only 5, isn't it? I'm trying to think. Inner City, Modern World, All Mod Cons, Setting Suns. Yeah, you're right. It was 6. Sound Effects and The Gift. They'd gone off the ball a little bit by the time they got to The Gift, as far as I'm concerned. Now, their final single I'm going for, it was number 1, of course.
Tanko Malice?
No, although I'm not that keen on that either. That's the one with
it's got a
the
great
riff
bass line in it.
You keep me hanging on at the start.
It's got the Supremes starting it.
That's the one. Or Phil Collins, depending on your point of view. It was a combination, play on words actually, the title, from Anita Ward's disco hit, Sweet Surrender.
Yeah.
And the British military term of beating retreat, signalling a withdrawal. And it was Beat Surrender. Very poppy. He wrote it specifically to end the Jam. It was like...
Is that why you don't like it?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't like the stuff before it so much either. Things like Absolute Beginners, A Tank Called Malice, not as keen on. I mean, they were very, very successful, obviously. Maybe that's why I didn't like them. I don't know. But maybe you're right. Maybe there's an element of that. Why? As Bruce Foxton and Rick Buckler would have said, the late Rick Buckler, who died, was it a year ago today or was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was just about a year ago today, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's all a bit leading towards the Style Council, which is a big boo for me on the whole. It's a bit brassy, lots of trumpets, and it was just very poppy. For a band that I didn't see as a poppy band, I guess that's probably what it is. Wasn't on an album, but I've gone for Beat Surrender by the Jam. Pete?
I quite like Beat Surrender, and I absolutely love A Town Called Malice.
Okay.
There we go.
Yaboo sucks. That's all I would say.
There are on my list of 12 artists and the songs that I don't like. There are only 2 where I have to switch it off or run screaming from the room. And the first of those is coming up now. This was a 1983 single. It got to number 12 on the Billboard and number 14 in the UK.
Fairly similar then.
It was not on an album. It was on an extended play EP.
Oh, I know it. And I think Jeff loves it. And I love it.
Yeah, I know you do. It is the extended play EDP was called Extended Dance E-Play. Extended Dance E-Play.
Yeah.
And it's Twisting by the Pool by Dire Straits, which I absolutely loathe passionately. It is awful, and I cannot listen to it. And I think, Mr. Knopfler, you taught me for 6 weeks. You produced Telegraph Road, you produced Love Over Gold, you produced the whole Making Movies album, you produced the whole Brothers in Arms album, and then you produced this pile of dog shit. It's awful, and I hate it passionately. In fact, I hate it so passionately that I prefer Calling Elvis and I don't particularly like that.
I think that for tomorrow's radio show, we should choose the ones of the other peoples that we like.
Well, now the good news is I'm not here. I'm not here tomorrow, so you can choose what you like.
So we can do what we want. Yeah. You'll be pleased to know, actually, I've penciled in Starship Trooper for the show tomorrow, and you're not going to hear it.
Well, if it's before 11 o'clock, I might, but if it's after, I shan't. So okay. I'm out with my Spanish daughter.
Okay. I like Twisting by the Pool.
So do I.
It's awful.
It's
so horrible.
It's catchy.
It's a mixtape of Europop, and why shouldn't you do that?
It's grotesque. It's absolutely grotesque.
And it's on a par with, presumably for you, Walk of Life, which I also like.
Yeah, I don't like Walk of Life. I don't like Walk of Life particularly, but I can listen to that. I can't listen to Twisting by the Pool.
This is the first one that you haven't been able to listen to. I mean, I know, but if I listen to the whole Beatles catalogue from start to finish, I would probably skip Revolution 9. I would literally skip it. I don't know whether that's the case with any of these other ones of yours. Oh yeah, if I'm listening to that album, I would skip over that track.
Yeah, I will skip Twisting by the Pool, and there's one other one which I also despise, which I would also skip.
Okay, we'll come on to that, no doubt.
I said to you earlier, Colin, this is all comparative, isn't it? Because even the ones that I don't like, I'm going to prefer listening to half the stuff that Pete would normally listen to and love.
Absolutely.
So I would listen to My Way all day rather than listen to Tangerine Dream.
It's when Stinky said earlier on. Well, one of the songs, I can't remember what it was. I think it was Deep Purple, the first one. After about 3 or 4 minutes, I think that's enough. You thought, no, that's generally what we think with with a lot of stuff by the artists that you really love, I guess.
Which is fine. And after stuff you like, I'm just going, right, okay, is this going somewhere? Oh no, some twat stopped it. So
and then by the time you actually thought about do I like it or not, it's probably finished anyway.
Exactly. Which was my one problem listening to the stuff off the Israeli Gears this morning, because all of that is too short.
They're all too short. No. Go on then, Geoff.
Okay, this is unfair. I'm going to include it because I didn't want to include the obvious one, which I've talked about many times. But this is an unfair thing to say I don't like this, because the song doesn't deserve not to be liked. Okay? But this goes back to what we were saying. There's a circumstance behind it where you go, yeah, I just can't cope with that. So 1968, UK number 2, double platinum. This is Elvis. And this is Suspicious Minds.
Oh, awful song.
Now, it isn't an awful song.
It is.
And this is not really Elvis's fault that I don't like it. But this is the song that every single Elvis impersonator does. And they try and do it Elvis way, and they can't. And they just bugger it to death, basically. And they always try and do that side arm swipey bit that he does on the caught in a trap bit, and all that, and and they go, "Will you just stop embarrassing me and yourself?" And as a consequence of that, I struggle with the song complete. Now, I could have chosen In the Ghetto, but I've talked about it many times, and it's not as awful as I remember it being. That goes back to what you were saying earlier. You grow with songs as you get older. But Suspicious Minds, I just cringe every time I hear it, and it's not Elvis's fault, and it's not the song's fault. It's everybody else's fault who tries to sing it.
Always blaming somebody else.
It's always the best thing to do.
Yeah, always the best thing to do. And amongst Elvis fans, it's probably up there as one of his best, isn't it?
It probably is. And I'm not going to argue with that, really. No,
it's not one of mine.
Except that it just grates.
Yeah. Well, I've chosen an Elvis song, but it isn't that one. And I've chosen actually, I'll throw away maybe at the end. I've got a Dire Straits song, which I could mention now, but it isn't Twisted by the Pool and it isn't Walk of Life. We'll come on to that. My next one, go on to my next one. Another picking artists. Who shall I have? Who shall I have? I was thinking, right, surely Elton's done something. So I thought, Elton John. What am I going for? Again, after a bit patchy, to say the very least, after certainly the 90s, but probably even the 80s, to be fair. All of his best stuff for me was 70s, maybe end of 60s, but mainly in the 70s. So I've chosen one, and I love most of his singles. This one I just didn't really get. In 84, number 5 it was in the UK. Wasn't released in the US. They showed their wisdom there. From his album, Breaking Hearts in 84.
I guess.
Go on.
Is this Nikita?
No, it isn't, but I don't like that either, actually. That's a good shout, Nikita. It's that sort of synth drummy. No, I'm not that keen on that either. No, it was based on a South African folk tune called, my South African's not the best, but Esonto Lezayoni from 1963. Sort of the whistle riff and chorus of the song comes from that. I'm not sure whether Bernie Taupin had a sort of an anti-apartheid kind of lyric to the song, but you don't know what it is, obviously, do you?
Nicole.
I'm not a big enough Elton fan to.
No, well, I'm an Elton fan, but I mean,
the late
okay,
70s.
it's Passengers.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Which I find extremely irritating. Another one of these, a bit like White Ramone. I want to write on my own. This is deny the passenger who want to get on.
Yeah.
You want to get on, deny the passenger. You want to get on, that one.
Oh, I know. Is that Elton John? I didn't even know that was his song. Yeah, it's terrible.
It's not great.
It's a dreadful song.
It is, I think so.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that was his worst era, all that area around that time.
Not great. And it was at the time of his marriage to
Renata.
A woman, yeah. I mean, how did that work out?
Hold the front page.
Yes. Whether or not, well, I'm not going to go down that route. Passengers, Elton John.
I'm not certain he did either.
I think he turned up on the Epstein Island one day and came home with this woman. That was probably something to do
Allegedly.
with it. Allegedly.
Yeah. Right. Okay. That's me done there then. So, Pete, you.
Right. This song is on the 2019 Rolling Stone list of the 40 greatest tracks by this band. Okay. This is number 20. Clearly, the person compiling the list was off their face on crack at the time, because the dreadful song in question is Jamaica by Led Zeppelin off Houses of the Holy, 1973. It was the B-side on the US. Oh no, sorry, it was a single in the US. The B-side of which was The Crunge, which is one of my other least favourite Led Zeppelin tracks. So they managed to nail together two songs, the two songs I like least off Houses of the Holy, and I've got no idea why they did them. And it's really interesting because I kind of did a bit of reading around about this, and I thought, well, is this just me? Because I love Bob Marley and I like Steel Pulse, and I like good reggae, and I've always thought this was just taking the mick, and not very subtly. And it's interesting you read about it, because half the Led Zeppelin fans go, no, it's a bit of fun, and we really like it, and the other half go, no, it's shite, why is it a Led Zeppelin track? And I fall into the it's shite and why is it a Led Zeppelin track department.
I think it's just more to do with the fact that you're a big Led Zeppelin fan, maybe, for you.
Yeah, maybe.
Not like this. I think other people listen to. I'm not a huge Led Zeppelin fan, but I will listen to this and think, yeah, it is a bit of fun and it is quite catchy. I know Geoff isn't a great Led Zeppelin fan either, but I think if he listened to this, he'd quite enjoy it, actually.
I don't think I've ever heard it, so maybe I need to.
It's quite it's got a sort of reggae Hence, it was.
It's got a reggae backbeat, and I just think because I love reggae, good reggae, then I just go, you're a white guy playing reggae. You know, why? Just don't do that. Bob Marley didn't play thrash metal. Why are you playing reggae? Well, can you imagine Bob Marley playing, Megadeth or Slayer or it's just not going to happen. So, no, it's silly, and I don't like it at all.
Funny you should say that. But on tomorrow morning show, no, I'm not going to be playing Bob Marley singing.
Bob Marley.
I don't know.
Take your daughter to the slaughter or something.
Yeah, nothing else matters or something. Yeah, bring your daughter to the slaughter. Yeah.
Master of Puppets.
Well, anyway. Yeah, I quite like. Someone said to me. It's good whenever you play a Led Zeppelin track on the radio. It's one of their good ones, and that's one of them. I think the other one is a real catchy boogie thing that I play regularly as well. Although I do like
Ronnie or Stump.
I like that. That definitely. No, this is Boogie with Stu actually on.
Boogie with Stu, and also hats off to Roy Harper. They're all kind of a bit different from the normal normal Zeppelin stuff, and I like all of those. I just don't like this.
And a lot of people, a few Americans have said, what does Diamaker mean? Which is how it's spelled on the album, isn't it?
Yes,
I'm going to get this right. D''YER.
D''YER, and then MAK''ER.
Is it ER or just R?
No,
it could be ER. Okay, Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Jamaica, yeah, yeah. Which they
can't
follow.
That's my shout out for a band I love and a song I can't stick.
Jeffrey.
Okay, well, we might as well stick in the same genre, mightn't we? I do not understand why this band did this song. This is a cover of a 1985 reggae song, which was a one-hit wonder, but I really liked, of its style. So this was covered in 2011 by a band who I absolutely loved back when they were a good early punk, new wave, pop punk band.
Are we talking the Stranglers?
No.
Okay. I was guessing.
A reggae tune. And when was it issued, you say?
Originally, it was by Sophie George, and it was issued in 1985.
Oh, okay. Oh, that'll be... Well, I can only think of one song by her. And that'll be it then. In 85. It's... Oh, Girly Girly.
Girly Girly.
I don't know any cover versions, though.
Blondie did a cover of Girly Girly.
Oh, funny enough, I said I think of Blondie when you said about a good pop new wave band.
It was
Blondie.
It was never a single. It was part of their Panic of Girls album they did later on, obviously. But it was it's the one that always gets played off the album because it's the cover that people know, and it is white people doing pop reggae, and it is just shocking. And it
sounds it.
Well, they just lose all credibility doing it, in my opinion. They didn't. I don't know why they've done it. It's just a pointless exercise. So, but frustratingly, it's an earworm.
Yeah.
So once you've got it, it's really hard to get rid of.
That's annoying because I've been singing in my head "Passengers" for the last 5 minutes.
Well, yes, quite, yeah.
Not a passenger who wanna get on.
So there we go, Girly Girly, Blondie.
I've never heard it. I'll have to dig it out, or maybe I shouldn't.
What should I choose it for tomorrow, just for a laugh?
If you can, I'll have to download it probably because I haven't got it. But yeah, I can do that. It's not a problem. One of the worst. Yeah, there were two aims. I was going for Blondie when you said about a new wave band that were a good pop new wave band when they started, and you were talking about a reggae song. That's what I was thinking. Oh, is he talking about The Tide Is High? And I was thinking, no, That's a John Holt song, isn't it? And that came from what 80?
Yeah.
No,
And no, that's not a bad.
80.
That's not a
That's
bad
not a
version.
bad tune. No,
No,
it's
it's
not
not.
bad. No, it's not that bad. So that's what I'm. Now I could follow this up. Your questioning, your reasoning for that with um Blondie, or I could follow it up with a white man reggae feel. Which would you prefer?
We like a bit of Blondie.
Go on then. Again, this is controversial. You might know what I'm going to say, because again, they didn't have that many albums. Well, I suppose they come back with ones recently.
They've had 11 albums or something
Oh
ridiculous
right, good
altogether.
grief. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I
but
know.
only 3 or 4 that are worth talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they're the ones that are more knowledgeable about. You got Blondie, you got Plastic Letters, you got Parallel Lines, you've got The Beat,
Yeah.
Maybe Auto American. But that's got Rapture on it, which I don't like at all. It's the first ever rap on a US #1, I believe. But I don't like rap music, so to include that one, I thought was a little bit strange. I've gone for the one that's a little bit more controversial in that it's their biggest ever hit.
Heart of Glass.
It's Heart of Glass. That annoys me.
I get that. I get why you don't like it.
And I get it as well. It's yeah.
Shall I tell you why I think you don't like it?
Tell me.
Because you think they sold out to it.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, they were a decent band. I mean, Parallel Lines itself is a great album.
Fantastic.
But they obviously wanted to venture into this disco territory, which they stuck to after that, to be fair, I think. Certainly a pop disco sound to their music after that. Call Me, and even the likes of Dreaming, which is not a bad song, to be fair. Atomic. It was all sort of, it's disco-ish, wasn't it? And that's probably what I was, because they were a good new wave band. Not brilliant, I don't think, but a good American new wave band from like CBGBs in New York, weren't they? And then they had a good couple of albums, and then. But who am I to Big C? What does Big C know? Heart of Glass was their biggest ever hit. Made millions from it, probably.
Yeah, but interestingly, all 3 of us agree.
Well, that is interesting. Yeah. Did we not all agree on the what was the other one? I thought
we've actually all agreed on
Passengers.
quite a lot.
Passengers.
No, but what?
Passengers,
Sorry, no, but what I mean is, when people when you talk to people about Blondie, people go, "Oh, Heart of Glass."
Yeah.
But we all go, "Yeah,
Heart of Glass."
Yeah, exactly. And I agree with you that everything after that was more disco-y than anything else.
Yeah,
and they did some good stuff after it. Some of their disco stuff is good, but I mean, but it's not what they set out to be in the first place. And
exactly, and I think there's a parallel with what Colin was saying, because I think that by the time you got to the last 2 albums of the Jam, they were becoming
Style Council.
Style Council. And they ended up not being what they set out to be as well. So I think there's a very clear parallel between the Jam and Blondie, and I've always thought that.
Interesting.
Okay, right, Pete.
Right, okay. I'm going to throw this one in. I'm kind of ready for a laugh because I've spoken at length about the amount that I despise Tales from Topographic Oceans by Yes, which is by a very significant margin the worst thing they did in their golden period. I'm not counting some of the kind of Buggles era stuff, but kind of classic Yes. Tales from Topographic Oceans, so bad that both Rick Wakeman and Bill Bruford left, and Alan White came in, and somebody else. Rick Wakeman was on this album, but he hated it so much because he didn't think he could contribute to it, so he left straight afterwards. Bill Bruford had already left. It's overblown, pompous, ludicrous lyrics. It's based on 4 mystical Indian things, the remembering the ancients ritual. It's just. And it's a John Anderson thing, and fine, I love John Anderson, but he got this wrong. I could have, and it's only 4 tracks. It's a double album, and each track is one side of the album, and all of them are 20 minutes too long out of 25. at least 20 minutes too long. And this one, the opening track, is 24 minutes too long. They should have just skipped it, left it blank, and gone straight on to side 2. It's called The Revealing Science of God. It's awful. And in fact, the only track that is halfway decent is Ritual, which is the final track on the album. It's side 4. And, I think it says everything, that it's the only part of it is the only thing that made its way onto the 35th anniversary album, which most people would say is their great compilation album, which, brought together all of their early career in one place. It's terrible. And anybody out there who knows I'm a Yes fan, it's dreadful. Don't listen to it. Don't buy the album. Shove it in the bin. It stinks.
You're a Yes fan?
Yes. Sorry, did I not mention that before? Anyway,
you should have said before, mate. Really,
I think that, in fairness, when we're talking about stuff we don't like, but our favourite bands,
yes,
I had to have something. I'm not a massive fan of Owner of a Lonely Fart either, but
I like that.
I don't mind that one.
It's okay. It's a pop song, but I'm not a huge fan.
But
But I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm not a huge fan of that era. But of the era I am a fan of, this stinks the place out.
All right. Okay. I can't comment much about that because I do not know.
No, don't listen to it. You literally will make your ears bleed. It's terrible.
Jeff, have you got one that makes our ears bleed?
I've got one that makes me cringe. So we're going to go back to the style of my very first one here. So, like Stevie Wonder, I just caught to say I love you. This one is very, very close to it as well. And unfortunately, it shouldn't be, because it's got 2 superb artists on it, like both of whom are gems in their own right. Okay.
Is it 82?
Huh?
Is it 82?
It is 82.
Is it Ebony and Ivory?
No!
Oh.
It isn't. It's the other one.
It's the other one. Yes.
It's the other one. It's this doggone Girl Is Mine.
Girl Is Mine.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. No, Paul, you're not. Like, you just got... This does not deserve to be on an album as good as Thriller. It is a shockingly awful song.
Agreed.
With cringeworthy lyrics.
Agreed.
And what's wrong with it is it was done off the back of Girlfriend, which is actually a really good song, which McCartney wrote. Was that on Venus and Mars or something? I can't remember now.
No.
I think it was on Venus. I think it is on Venus and Mars.
Okay. I don't think it is, but I mean, I'm not going to argue.
No, okay. Well, maybe it is.
That's more like a Michael Jackson song.
Well, it was a Michael Jackson. So Paul McCartney wrote it with Wings, and Michael Jackson recorded it on Off the Wall. Okay. And loved it, and decided to do his duet with The Girl Is Mine, which is just it's gone so badly wrong.
I'm with you. A Girlfriend, yeah, it's on Off the Wall, Paul McCartney. It's not on Venus and Mars, though, I don't think. I'm pretty certain it's not. But yeah, okay.
Okay.
I've got The Girl Is Mine as well.
Oh, really?
Yes. I've got that on my list.
Have you got Ebony and Ivory as well? Because that's awful.
I
don't mind that quite as much.
No, I don't.
No, don't like either of them.
It's not brilliant, but it's not cringing like The Girl Is Mine is.
No, I agree. I
agree. Yeah, no, you're right. It is.
It's insipid, I think is the word.
And actually,
yeah, it's insipid. It's just why did he go, oh, Michael, I'm a lover, not a fighter? Shut up.
Yeah, that is bad. Actually, I'm thinking about it. I think I've actually got Ebony and Ivory as a single. That must have been one of the ones that got bought when we had all the kids, and I ended up with all the singles. So I'm going to have to dig that out and see. I think I may have that somewhere. I won't play it. I'll just check and then use it as a coaster or something.
Yeah.
There we go. So yeah.
So
Michael and Paul.
I've got loads of spares here, so I'll come on to one of those. Right. I've got another one. Love this guy. He's no longer with us anymore. But when he's had a plethora of absolute classic songs like Johnny Be Good, Roll Over Beethoven. You know what it is?
We got to be playing with my ding-a-ling.
It's My Ding-a-Ling. Got to go with My Ding-a-Ling. It's I don't know. It's just awful, I think is the word.
I love the way that you stop there to build up dynamic tension. Everybody's sitting there going, "What's Cole going to say? What's he going to say?" It's awful.
Well, it's sort of full of double entendres, isn't it? It's cheap and nasty. I did find out something interesting because it was recorded live, the single. It's Dave Bartholomew's song. It's not a Chuck Berry song, actually. He recorded a version of a song called My Tambourine. He changed the lyrics around, obviously, to make My Ding-a-Ling. Recorded live at the Lanchester Arts Festival in Locarno, which I thought was in Switzerland, but it's not. It's in Coventry. And it topped the charts, both sides of the pond.
Which
Chuck
just
Berry-
proves that nothing
those-
good comes out of Coventry.
Yeah, that's that. Not that Locarno.
Not that Locarno. He topped the bill at this festival with, I give you these names: Slade, George Carlin, the comedian. Do you know George Carlin?
Yeah, I do.
Billy Preston.
Yeah.
And Pink Floyd.
Really?
I know.
Flipping heck.
Maybe they came up with an encore with My Ding-a-Ling.
I think the Pink Floyd's playing My Ding-a-Ling would be worth a listen.
They should do a version.
It's just
with
shocking.
with Billy Preston on vocals.
Isn't it their own? Isn't it his only number one over here?
Only song here and in the States. It's absolutely ludicrous. But it's around Christmas time, when it's just before Christmas time. I think all the grannies bought it, I suppose, for a giggle.
We do like a double entendre in the run up to Christmas. I give you Benny Hill.
Well, yeah, Benny Hill's. Lyrically, that's a great song, I think.
Certainly, it's fantastic, but it is full of double entendres, and it's kind of roughly the same time.
Yeah.
But it's not what they started out to be.
No, it's not. He started out to be a comedian, not a milkman.
Right, Pete, over to you again.
Right, okay. This is a song I do not like by one of my very favourite female singers, 1970, Janis Joplin, off Pearl. And the song is Mercedes-Benz, which is it's less than 2 minutes, and I absolutely hate the lyrics, and it is everything that I don't like about America. And for all of my American listeners, I love Americans and have never met an American I didn't like. There's lots about your society that I'm less comfortable with, and the whole money thing does my bloody head in. And Mercedes-Benz is a classic example of that. I want this status thing, and it pisses me right off, and I don't like it at all. And I really get upset when I listen to Pearl, which I love and I listen to really regularly. Mercedes-Benz comes on and I go, "Why, Janis? Why did you do this? It's maybe it's throwaway, but you should have thrown it away." I don't like it at all.
Well, I'm sure Jeff not that keen on Janis Joplin's voice anyway, so this is a real double entendre for him in many ways.
It's about the only one of hers that I like.
Oh, really?
I rest my case.
Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz?
Interestingly, despite what I'm going to go on and say about all sorts of other, the lyrics don't bother me on that one.
No.
So,
okay.
It's the Janis Joplin equivalent of Santa Baby, which I also can't stand.
I struggle with that. But I think that's a Christmas thing. I think that's. Please forgive me for saying it, but that's taking the whole purpose of Christmas so far the wrong way that I think that it kind of bothers me.
Sounds asking someone from Mercedes-Benz anyway.
Well,
there we go.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but yeah. Is it me?
Riding along in a $3,000 Deutsche car.
Indeed.
Francis Russell used to sing. Hey, is that Mercedes-Benz? Is that the one where does she talk at the beginning of it, saying this is a song of great social or political import.
Not on Pearl, she doesn't. Well, I don't think. Oh, maybe she does. I don't know. I let it just wash over me because I don't like it.
It's only 2 minutes, so you can last out.
It's not even 2 minutes. It's 1 minute 50 something.
All right. Okay. Yeah, it is you, Geoff. Sorry.
That's okay. Okay. This is a 1993 UK number one.
Oh.
It's a Dan Hartman song originally. Like Dan Hartman. This is
I Can Dream About You. Was it? He had that hit. Was that him?
I don't know. He had oh, for heaven's sakes, he had the disco one.
Is that not the one I mean?
Oh, it's gone. Completely gone from my head. That's embarrassing. It'll come back to me. But Dan Hartman wrote this song. It's a collaboration song. There's nothing wrong with the song. And comparative to... Sorry. The reason I don't like it is simply because compared to some of the other ones that they've produced...
Please, sir.
It's just not good enough. Go on.
Please, sir. Do they sing with Lulu?
They do sing with Lulu.
It's Take That and it's Relight My Fire.
It is indeed Take That and Relight My Fire. Now, I love Take That and I love Lulu. She has got a fabulous pair of lungs on her. And I think her voice is brilliant and her voice suits this song. But actually, Gary Barlow's voice doesn't. Apparently Robbie was supposed to sing it and couldn't. Well, that might explain why they shouldn't have done it in the first place. Because it's just not a good enough song for them to be doing compared to what else they were doing at the time. And if it weren't for Lulu, it would be even worse. So it's a bit unfortunate. I had to pick something by Take That because they are a band that I like. And this is the one that I picked.
Because I didn't know it was a Dan Hartman song, actually. Every day is a school day.
Every day is a school day.
I Can Dream About You. I'm sure that was him. Was the other one Instant Replay?
That's it. Instant Replay. That's what I was trying to remember, yeah.
Okay.
Which I absolutely love. I think it's a fantastic disco
that's
song.
a good song. Yeah, that is a good song.
So, there we go. Relight My Fire.
Oh, my word. It's me again. What should we go for now? All right, I'll go for the... okay. This is a band who I love the singles by. I always did. On the whole. Apart from this one. Which, again, I don't hate. It just irritates me a little bit. It is a reggae-ish, faux reggae kind of song from 1970.
There's a bit of a theme developing through this podcast here.
reggae songs. Okay, it was
From when, Cole?
It was based on some real experiences that the songwriters had when visiting the Caribbean.
I know this.
Yep.
This is Dreadlock Holiday.
It is Dreadlock Holiday.
Yeah.
And they used to see white men trying to look cool, trying to be cool, but they actually look naff, walking into a group of Afro-Caribbeans and being reprimanded. And that's where the line, "Don't you walk through my words, you got to show some respect," came from. And also, Graham Gorman was saying that he asked a Caribbean, strange thing to ask, but do you like cricket? And he said, of course, in very Simon Cowell kind of fashion, no, I love it. And that's from the song as well. It was number one. It was their third number one single. I just think they've made some great, clever singles. And maybe this is kind of clever in a way. Gorman has said he probably, had he written it now, he wouldn't have had some of the lyrics that were in it.
Yeah.
That's probably the same with a lot of artists. Though,
Brown Sugar.
Possibly so. So Dreadlock Holiday 10cc I've gone for. When I think of some of the stuff they've done, I've really liked Wall Street Shuffle and even Donna.
I'm Mandy, Fly Me. Some great songs.
What Things You Do for Love.
I'm not Dean and I like the Dean and I.
Life is a Minestrone.
Great song.
Some great songs, and then
Yeah,
Dreadlock
they did do
Holiday.
great songs. Yeah, but no, I agree with you. Dreadlock Holiday stinks.
Pete, your go.
Right, this is the other one which, when it comes on, I have to run screaming from the room, or I have to switch it off, or I have to pull over in a car park and go and get a burger. And it is it's by David Bowie, and the song is
No.
no, the song is China Girl.
Oh, interesting.
Which is awful, and it's off. I didn't have to think about that. It's off. It's off. Let's Dance. It's off. Let's Dance, which, to be honest, is not one of my favourite Bowie albums. No. You can tell that because it's one I don't own. But I just,
and it's about dancing, so you know.
Yeah, well, quite. But I mean, Young Americans is a bit disco-y, and I like Young Americans. But no, I just, when it came out, and I can't. Was it early '80s? Wasn't it? Or maybe anyway, it doesn't matter. And it's just one where I've got loads of Bowie stuff on vinyl, and I've got a couple of greatest hits albums or compilation things, and it's on all of them. And I'm not a big fan of Blue Jean either, but China Girl, I don't like. It's that whole kind of, I'm trying to do something clever which kind of sounds a little bit like it might be Chinese, and it's got that kind of Chinesey kind of vibe in the background, and I just think, no, you're so much better than this. But presumably it was a #1 hit or something. But I just, of all the Bowie stuff that I love, and of all of the great stuff Bowie did, and I know you're not a fan of the Berlin Trilogy period or Station to Station, I love all of that stuff. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like Let's Dance. I didn't like Scary Monsters either, particularly as albums. But I can't listen to China Girl. I have to leave.
It first appeared on because he co-wrote it as well with Iggy Pop.
Yes, apparently
first
so.
appeared on Iggy Pop's album, The Idiot,
Yeah,
actually, in '77. So
yeah,
that would have been China Girl was probably 80. 81, 82 time, was it?
Yeah, it was early '80s. It was early. I think it was when I was working up at Cadbury's up in Birkenhead. So I'm pretty sure that was
Birkenhead.
Birkenhead.
Okay.
Anyway.
China Girl. I haven't got Bowie on my list. I should have done, actually.
The problem with Bowie is that he produced quite a lot of stuff that wasn't very good.
I know. Well, in my opinion, certainly. So that sort of narrowed it down to like the first. Yeah. Jeff, what do you got?
Okay, so I'm going to do this because I think it's important. So I love Paul Simon. I love Paul Simon, and I love Simon and Garfunkel, who I think are just brilliant together. But it would be wrong not to choose something of theirs that didn't quite work, to my opinion. If we're doing this sort of this sort of list, yeah. So I kind of stopped with Paul Simon at Gracelands, because everything after that I don't know as well. Rhythm of the Saints would have been an easy pick, but I think that's unfair, because I think that it was never going to be as good an album as Gracelands, and therefore it was always going to fail. And the stuff after that, although I've got it all and I've listened to it all, I don't know as well. So I looked at all those first albums of Paul Simon's and thought, I love all of these. There is none of these I don't like. So that gave me an issue, because I then had to look at Simon and Garfunkel. And there's a couple of Simon and Garfunkels where I go, do I like this? Do I not? Like some of the early stuff, Blessed and things like that, which are not great versions of songs. And then I thought, now hang on a second, I can do this relatively simply, because there is one Simon and Garfunkel song. It's a Paul Simon song originally. It was on the Paul Simon songbook that they then did, that I've never quite come to terms with. Musically, it's good enough. It got to UK number 17 in the UK, 1965 song. It's on Sounds of Silence. But in a similar way to Relight My Fire, it's just not well enough done. I don't think, for Simon and Garfunkel. Plus, I really, really don't like the lyrics. In the same way as I don't like the lyrics for My Way, because I think that they are unnecessarily arrogant, a little bit nasty, and maybe even a little sinister, and I don't think that's necessary. Go on.
I'm gonna have a plump then. Is it I Am a Rock, I Am an Island?
It is I Am a Rock.
I Am a Rock.
And it's only my opinion, and it's a good. The tune's okay, but I just don't like this idea that I can do it on my own. I don't like this idea that my way is the only and the best. I don't like this idea that no one else can touch me, and that my emotional detachment is acceptable, because it isn't. So it's. I don't like the lyric, and I think that turns me off from the way that it's been produced. So there we go.
It was the favourite song of one of my 4 brothers-in-law. I shan't name names, but you can work it out.
I can.
That's a sinister one.
So there we go. It was a hard choice.
I'm sure. I think if Stinks were doing a Simon and Garfunkel,
well, hang on, don't steal me thunder, because I've got Simon and Garfunkel as one of my list. Okay. So I can chuck that in when you've done yours, and I'll because I can rearrange the order.
This one, okay. Well, I think you know the song I'm going to choose now, because I do love a bit of Rod Stewart.
You do.
Do I have to say more?
Are you sailing away?
Is it?
No, I'm not sailing away.
Is it? Do you think I'm sexy?
It is.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah.
Yes, it's Do You Think I'm Sexy? Now, if like the day Rod Stewart's music died, that song would definitely be hauled in for questioning, wouldn't it? I mean, it's awful. Hold on, it's awful. That's what it is.
No, if it's really bad, you have to throw in something outrageous. So it's awful at a weapons grade level.
You can do that much better than I can, though. You can do that much better than I mean, when did his music lyrically change from I don't know, passion and authenticity to cheap thrills and sleaziness? Well, I can
tell you that. No.
It's this song, mate.
Well, Hot Legs isn't great either.
Oh, I quite like that. It's quite a good groove to it.
I hate it.
It's a rock and roll tune. This isn't. This is just.
No, I agree.
Weapons grade level awful.
It makes you wonder. A lot of some of the ones we've been talking about. It makes you wonder why they were allowed to be put out. Like who had the idea that was a good song for Rod Stewart to put out?
I don't know.
I
mean, it was the beginning of the end of him as a serious rock musician, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
also when you look at him, you go, no, no, I don't. I can't believe you asked that question. You look like a drowned rat. So get a grip.
And to be fair, one that came out a few years later, actually. I mean, he's another one that after the 80s went. A Baby Jane. On a similar sort of one. They're both #1 singles.
Awful. Yes,
an album called Body Wishes.
Singles.
I've never heard of that album.
Bought by people that don't like music.
Yeah, maybe. But you say that about Queen.
No, but I take the mick. But the people who buy the Queen stuff is bought by people who think they ought to like rock music. Those songs by Rod Stewart are bought by people who go, well, that's a good song. And they do it because they don't understand music. They've never listened to the lyrics. They don't understand where Rod Stewart's back catalogue comes from. So they hear this thing and they go, oh, yeah, I'll go out and buy that. And that's why it goes, it's bought by grannies, which I know is basically all of the people we now are living with. Anyway.
No, that's true. Right, Pete, go on. You got Simon and Garfunkel. Do you want to mention that one now then?
Well, I'm going to chuck this in because,
I can guess.
Well, I've got 2 actually on here. But
Cecilia.
Yeah, I love Simon and Garfunkel.
Hey, you're breaking my heart.
I love Simon and Garfunkel, and I like their entire output. So all of those early albums, however rough they are, however naive the first album was, he's just such a brilliant lyricist, and they're just so good together that I just love Simon and Garfunkel. Right up to the point at which, at the end of their careers, in 1970, when they released Bridge Over Troubled Water, they thought it was a good idea to put on there Cecilia, the lyrics of which I hate. And I don't like the song either. That clappy thing pisses me right off. But El Condor Pasa is even worse.
Oh.
So the two of them together, when you look at the great song, The Boxer, one of the great songs, Bridge Over Troubled Water, one of the great songs, and then Cecilia and El Condor Pasa. No, there is no excuse for it. That was the point at which it was right for them to break up and Paul Simon to go and do something else, which he did very successfully.
I see Cecilia.
That's all I have to say on the matter.
It's quite a catchy tune. El Condor Pasa, I think, is it's in their sort of Simon and Garfunkel mold when they did their sort of slower Old Frenzy kind of tunes. Maybe
Was it not originally played on a nose flute in Peru or something?
Yes, it's a Peruvian thingy, but whatever, folk music, which is fine. Played
in
by
Peru.
a Peruvian
in Peru on a nose flute.
If I'm eating street food somewhere in La Paz and someone goes and plays that, I'm going to go, this is really ethnic and cultural. I'm enjoying the experience. Off an album in 1970 by two brilliant songwriters, and I'm not having it. It's awful.
To criticise this, but isn't La Paz in Bolivia?
Yes, I knew you were going to say that. Yes. Smart ass. Right. Okay.
So we're talking Lima.
Yes, we are talking Lima.
Apart from the fact that they're little animals that live in trees at night, aren't they?
Yes, with stripy tails.
That's the one.
Yeah. I knew you were going to say. As soon as I said it, I thought he's going to say that, and I'm going to think any minute now. I'm going to remember what the capital was called. Anyway, it was maybe they play the same music in Bolivia as well.
Maybe they do.
Whatever. It's a terrible song, and I hate the lyrics to Cecilia.
So if
and
you're going to choose one of them,
I'm not having it.
It would be that one if you chose out the two, yeah?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, all right. Jeff?
Okay, I had to include one of these, and you know which one it's going to be, Colin, because I know you do know which one it's going to be, and I know that you like it, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm nothing special. In fact, I'm a bit of a bore. Really? But I have a talent, a wonderful thing, because everyone listens when I start to sing. Well, everyone listened when Hitler was shouting, but that wasn't good, was it? Again, this is just arrogant pap pop. This is ABBA, Pete, in case you're wondering. It's Thank You for the Music. 1978. And I like ABBA, and this is probably by no means their worst song, because some of the album stuff they did wasn't magnificent, but it just makes me cringe, and it always has done, and I don't really know why, because once you're into it, it's sing-alongy enough, but no, why did they start with all that bit? They didn't need to start with that, did they? Benny and Bjorn.
I need no convincing.
No, Thinks doesn't need convincing on this one. I probably do. I do like Thank You for the Music. I have to say that's one of my favourites of theirs. Well, there's a few actually, but that's up there. I understood you did say that before that you don't like that song.
And it's that beginning of it. It's just going, no, just leave it out and play the song, There we go.
Or Stop at Waterloo.
No, they did some really good stuff. I'm not knocking ABBA. But the whole purpose is that we choose bands that we like, isn't it? And
Yes, of course.
I like
I'm
ABBA.
pulling your leg.
I know you are.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna go. Well, I've got a few more I could go for. All right. I'll go for my Elvis one. Not an era that I was greatly fond of. So we're talking just before that.
Those of you listening on Spotify, my brother just did this weird gyrating thing and stuck his hands in the air. I have no idea why. I shall call men with white coats.
Right, this was originally written in performed by him in 1960. Was meant for a gospel album called His Hand in Mine. But neither he nor the Jordanaires, who were singing with him, thought it was up to much, and eventually it was shelved. It was released again by RCA in the 1965. Became a number one in the US, became a number one in the UK. It's his first million seller since 1962's return to sender, and was his greatest chart success in over a 6-year span. So again, what does Big C know? But for me, it was indicative of the sort of gospel style that he was doing in the mid-60s. Not a fan. It was drab. It was long-winded. This is isolated, breathy vocal that he had. And it is Crying in the Chapel.
Oh, God, it's awful. I'd forgotten all about that.
Yeah, don't like that one.
I need say nothing on the subject.
Oh, Elvis, no. You'd be pleased. Elvis has had a couple of songs in the show.
Yes.
I love Elvis with all my heart. I'm a big fan. But no, that's no. You're right.
No, it is a no.
Good call.
Don't like that one. Right, so Pete, you've got one more, yeah?
No, I've got two more. But we've got 10 minutes, so we'll whiz through these quickly. Okay, maybe vaguely controversial. I am a very, very big fan of Eagles.
Ah, yes.
I am not a big fan of Life in the Fast Lane.
Oh, really?
Which I think of all of the tracks on Hotel California, it is the one that I like least. I saw the Hotel California tour. I've said this before. I saw them at the Bingley Cowshed in Stafford. They were brilliant, and I'm sure that I enjoyed Life in the Fast Lane played by Joe Walsh live. But when I listen to it on the album, I just go, this is an album which has got Hotel California and wasted time and the best thing they ever wrote, The Last Resort. And then it's got this, and it's just them doing, and I don't particularly like the words either. It's another one of these ones where I just think the lyrics they're just not nice lyrics. And I'm not just particularly a fan of them playing that kind of music. So, I love the Eagles. I love Eagles. I don't love Life in the Fast Lane.
Quite a rocky song, isn't it? They are, more of a country rock band, really.
Yeah, they're a country rock band, and that's how I see them.
Yeah.
Or even an acoustic-y type of band in some of their early stuff. It just doesn't do it for me. I'm sure lots of people are going, "Oh, no, it's a great song." Well, fine, it's okay.
I don't disagree with you. Probably if it was on a Joe Walsh solo album, you'd go, "I quite like that."
Yeah, exactly. If it was a Joe Walsh track on a Joe Walsh album, totally agree with you.
Yeah,
you go, it's
right.
Joe. Yeah.
Well, of course, it was built around a Joe Walsh riff, wasn't it? Basically.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yes,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Remember that. We'll have a song around that. Jeff.
Okay, the only person I'm going to upset here, I think, is Pete. Oh, I'm sorry about this, Pete, but there we go. Right, so this is my last one. This is 1977. This is the second single off the album. It failed to chart. Maybe because it's just not very good. Especially when you compare it to the rest of the album, which is absolutely brilliant from beginning to end. And I think that my only thought is that they must have put this in as a hark back to a previous style, just to keep the people who have got them going all this distance happy. So this is Lynyrd Skynyrd. This is 1977. This is That Smell of Street Survivors. Now, Street Survivors is a great album. It's far more country than Skynyrd had been before, although they'd shown bits of it. And I think this is an earlier Skynyrd song that they resurrected for this album. I could be wrong about that, but I think it is. It's an Alan Collins song, and it just isn't good enough compared to the rest of the album. But it is a hark back to the old style of Skynyrd, or the previous style of Skynyrd, which is, I suspect is why it's there.
I saw them debut 2 tracks from Street Survivors when I saw them at Leeds in February 77, their second last ever UK gig with the original lineup. And they debuted that, and they debuted What's My Name? I love That Smell. It's one of my favourite Skynyrd tracks.
There we go.
I think, from what I remember, I think that's probably my least favourite on the album. It's not as catchy, is it? As the others?
It's nowhere near as catchy.
Not as memorable for me, anyway. That's probably why.
I love the album. When we did 1977 albums, it was one of my top choices. I absolutely love the album. It's brilliant, start to finish.
And it'll be your S albums as well, no doubt, when we get there.
Very probably.
Right, I've got a couple that we've mentioned already. Girl Is Mine I had. I also had, you sort of half mentioned it, but I went for Calling Elvis for Dire Straits.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go on about that one. And what will I do? I'll tell you what, I'm going to go for one of my favourite female singers.
Not
Linda Ronstadt.
No, the other one.
Oh, Karen Carpenter.
Karen Carpenter. I think, well, I'm going to have a look and see if I can find one that I dislike. And I found one.
You're on rocky ground here, Carl.
I know there is one, though, for me anyway.
No, there's one that I don't like as well. I wonder if it's the same one.
I don't know whether it will be. It's from 1981. It's from their Made in America album, which I know very little about. I just know it was a single, and it's on the greatest hits and stuff that I've got. Of course, you've probably got it as well, Stinks. It was their last top 40 hit in the US, actually. And whereas Karen Carpenter's voice, as you know, is such a great voice. It shows a bit of pauses for effect here. While I think of a word. Class.
Okay.
It is. I think it's.
Absolutely.
I think the vocals are classy.
Yeah.
I've sort of Goodbye to Love or Close to You. Yesterday Once More. Rainy Days and Mondays. You name it. All of those. This one, I think I'm going to use the word again. Is insipid pop song that doesn't do her vocals any good whatsoever. It's called Touch Me When We're Dancing.
I like that song.
Oh
no! Didn't I choose it a couple of days ago?
Not that I remember.
Okay,
maybe that's where I heard it from, and I thought, no, I don't want. Touch Me.
I don't think it is. Maybe it is on one of my greatest hits.
It's on the Brown album. It's.
Oh, okay. I must have it then because I've got the Brown. It doesn't.
Leap out at you.
I like that. The one I don't like is Calling Occupants.
No, I quite
like it. I love that. It's one of my favourite ones. The one I don't like is Jambalaya.
Oh, what? What? That's a great song.
Billy Gumbo.
Don't like it.
Oh, yeah, peasant.
Don't like it. Well, you're a peasant for not liking it. Calling Occupants.
The only reason I don't like Calling Occupants is because of that ridiculous bit at the beginning with the
that's what
DJ.
Makes it fun.
No, I love it. Because he was okay. Just go with me here. I'm going to rant for 2 seconds. I'm going to rant because he says all this stuff, and the DJ keeps going. It's okay, babe. It's okay, babe. You know, and then the voice at the end says, "Baby." No, where have you got that from? You've never heard the language before. You'd have said, "Babe." So there you go. That's why I don't like it. It's got nothing to do with the music.
That was a good rant. I very much appreciate that rant. And you know what? I've never thought about that before, and I will now never listen to that song in the same light. That was a blinding flash of light on the Damascus Road experience for me.
Excellent stuff. And did you know the guy who plays slide guitar on Goodbye to Love and on Interplanet Planets Calling Occupants, blah blah blah, Tony Peluso was the DJ at the start of that song on the radio.
Was he really?
He was.
Well, I like Tony Peluso. Very good.
He's good guitarist.
Right. Pete, you've got one more to throw in.
I've got one more. Yeah, I'll just throw in. I've got a couple, but one of them I decided afterwards that I liked it more than I thought I didn't. So I've taken it off the list.
Oh, it's so confusing.
Well, I listened to it a couple of times and thought, no, you know what? The bit I don't like about it is because it's a little bit discordant, but actually it works. Anyway, forget all that. So the other one is 1974, Jethro Tull, Bungle in the Jungle. And every time I listen to it, I think, you wrote so many damn good songs. Why did you write this? I don't like the lyrics. I don't like the delivery. It's one. I don't switch off the album because it's on all the greatest hits albums. I don't switch it off, but I just go, I'm really pleased that's over. Can we get back to Jethro Tull now? So that was my last one. Bungle in the Jungle.
Bungle in the Jungle, Jethro Tull. When you say Bungle in the Jungle, for some reason Keith Chegwin comes to mind.
Yes.
I thought we were back to Anton Deck at the beginning.
Oh no, rest his soul and all that. But
Cheggers, naked darts and all that.
No,
I can't remember why. I remember
he did that, didn't he?
He did what? Cheggers
naked darts. He did, didn't he?
Oh no, it wasn't darts. Was it darts?
Yeah,
he did some naked jungle thing, didn't he?
He did do a jungle thing. Yeah, but he did a game. Naked. He did a game show called Naked Darts or something.
I think he might have been.
I think he might have been
when he did that.
Darts with clothes on is bad enough.
Our little friend Graham got blocked on Twitter by Keith Chegwin. I mean, Keith Chegwin is no longer with us, of course, but I can't remember exactly what it was. It wasn't overly complimentary, and it might have involved his sister.
Probably the same reason I got blocked by David Baddiel, but anyway.
Maybe. Yeah, everyone's blocked by David Baddiel. I still am. Strange, isn't it?
He's got, for someone who's supposed to be a comedian, he has no sense of humour. Anyway, there we go. Right.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. That's it. Some good songs or some bad songs.
Yeah, some good bad songs.
Anyway, some good bad songs. I just hate having "Do You Think I'm Sexy" on any of my lists.
I'm going to choose you for tomorrow.
I feel the same about Twisting by the Pool. Don't worry about it.
No. All right. Okay. Well, thank you very much. As enjoyable as always, and our 200th episode is over and done with.
It will locked be posted. And loaded in the can.
And loaded. It's in the can, yeah. Which you normally go to before the start of the podcast.
The show,
yeah. I didn't today. Are you impressed? I did not have my pre-match pee.
Oh no! Well done, well done. What do you want to medal?
No, I just need you to stop now so I can go and have my post-match.
Oh, right. This will be posted to the usual places by Shaggy over the coming days. And episode 200 will be on Spotify or Google Podcasts or Apple Podcasts or even on iTunes as well. I believe it's on there as well. So it's on YouTube. You can pick it up. I've retweeted it to Twitter and it's on Facebook. So you can get it wherever you like. And, of course, one day, even though earlier on you did mention, I mentioned the Cockney rhyming slang for Paul Anka. I think it was shown before that as well, so I'm not taking all the blame.
I did suggest violence against the Arsenal manager, and that's probably going to get us banned.
That probably will. You get a slap. That's probably got me banned. Right, so that's it. So all I've got left to say is it's a good night from me.
It's a good night from him.
And it's a good night from them.
Not half.
Here's to 201